And
Good morning.
Edgar, good to see you again,
Good to
sir.
see you too, President. Good morning, President James, Commissioners, Brewer representatives, and the Executive Secretary. I'm Edgar Duncan. I'm a Resurfacing and Reconstruction Division Superintendent for the metro area. In an effort to keep the public informed on resurfacing projects which may cause delays to commuters, Streets LA will provide a status report on upcoming major improvement projects. On Saturday, August 3rd, and Sunday, August 4th, from the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., the metro region will be coal milling and paving Jefferson Boulevard, North Roadway, from Centinela Avenue to Ala Road. On Saturday, August 10th, and Sunday, August 11th, between hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., the metro region will be coal milling and paving La Tierra Boulevard from 74th Street to 79th. The Valley region on August the 3rd and August the 4th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. There will be coal milling and paving Van Orange Street from Schoolcraft Street to Valley Circle Boulevard. On Friday, August the 2nd, there will coal mill Hazelton Avenue from Burbank Boulevard to Chandler Boulevard. And on Wednesday, August the 7th, they will pave it. On Friday, August 9th, they will coal mill Woodman Avenue from Ventura Boulevard to Valley Vista Boulevard. And on Monday, August 12th, they will pave it. On Saturday, August 10th, and Sunday, August 11th, they will coal mill and pave Van Orange Street from Schoolcraft Street to Valley Circle Boulevard. The press releases have been broadcasted. The affected council districts have been notified to help with the outreach to the stakeholders in the community. Streets LA has communicated with DOT for traffic control. This concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Commissioner Cabello.
Thank you, President James. And thank you, Mr. Duncan, for your report. I find these really informative and really helpful that we're now getting them every week. The only minor thing I would request is, would it be possible to include the council districts with each closure, not just the street names? I think it's helpful for the public and it's helpful for the council offices, who I know are already aware, but folks maybe are not as attuned to exactly what streets where. I think it would just be greater information for the public to have and for my reference as well.
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Duncan. Dr.
Thank
Williams, you have a card in on number 3. Go ahead, sir.
One of the reasons I came down. Good morning. Dr. Tom Williams, Citizens Coalition for a Safe Community, also LA 32 Northeast District Director. And we have a board meeting next week. But anyway, one of the things I did not hear was notification of neighborhood councils. Neighborhood councils are part of the city of Los Angeles, and we have to go through hours of training, et cetera, but it's all volunteer. But we're not being informed of what is going on in our area on a timely basis. That is, even by email, so we could circulate it as an agenda item on our neighborhood councils. Hey people, there's going to be widening of Soto Street. Wow, that's going to be a real nightmare. We're also concerned that a lot of the scientific or educational benefits of that particular project aren't really being addressed yet that we know of. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but the whole issue is get the Bureau of Street Services and Engineering and others to inform the neighborhood councils when they have a project, maybe even on a daily or a weekly basis. It's called the internet, I think, and don't they have a file of all of their events somewhere that they could assign to the neighborhood council that's relevant to that? Zemus does. So please update the street services and street improvements that are going on. And oh, by the way, a major improvement is mulch everything. And we need more mulch on Mission Road. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. we've got the general manager from the Streets LA happened to walk in today. And so, Mr. Hochkhalil, to Dr. Williams' point, one thing that might be a liaison suggestion, but I'll defer to you, of course. If this information is provided to the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment, they will know which neighborhood councils and who the transportation liaisons are in the neighborhood councils, perhaps to send it out. So, maybe that's a starting point, but I'll hear what you think.
I mean, I agree with Dr. Williams. Our commitment, the mayor's commitment, and your commitment is to be transparent. That's why we're here every week.
Yeah.
And this is only part of what we do. This is the major. We do a lot more work every week. And by the way, as you look, we have a new website. It's called streetsla.lacity.org. And it has on it for the first time a list of all the work we're going to do this fiscal year.
That's on that thing called the internet?
That's called on the internet.
Right.
It's available.
Okay.
Plus, also, we are working closely at the direction of council on a revamped notification process. As you know, every time we do work in a neighborhood, we actually have to do a notification ahead of time. We send letters by the mail to the owner, to the property resident, and we do also posting before.
Tape them to mail,
because
so
a lot of
we
people
tape
don't
them
have
to mailboxes. I
so
see
because a
them
lot
all
of
the
people
time.
don't have the internet, but also technology is critical. So I agree with Dr. Williams. We should be notifying neighborhood councils. We have a list of all the public works liaisons ourselves, but we work with the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment. Plus also we're starting a stakeholder process, the Streets LA Stakeholder Advisory Council. The application is on the website for all neighborhood councils. Everybody is invited to be part of the process to help us and guide us through how we can improve our relationship to the community. So Dr. Williams, you're invited to apply. It's on the website, streetsla.lacity.org. We are working on getting the nominations and the application. For Commissioner Cabello and Commissioner James, we work together on notifying the neighborhood councils for all tree removals through the internet. We do that now. So we're doing that effort. And I would check if we're doing it on the street resurfacing, but your idea is great. But I want to expand this. There's a whole effort going of how we can notify folks, not only neighborhood councils. If anybody is interested in finding out what's happening in your neighborhood, you should be able to go in, put your address, and we'll tell you what's going on. Or you want to sign up for a notification, we'll sign up. But I want to work with folks like Dr. Williams on how we improve. So we're moving in the right direction. We are doing this, and appreciate your guidance and the public's guidance, because without hearing what needs to be done, we can't get it done. And I'm glad that we're hearing from you. So we're here to do it.
Well, I know that Dr. Williams is one of our witnesses who will tell folks that it is worth their time to come to City Hall and to speak at meetings.
Yes.
Because they can move the needle on things. So thank you, sir. Thank you, Adele. And Adele, might you just stay for a couple minutes after the meeting for a couple of questions that we might have for you? Anything else? No adjourning motions this morning. Mr. Knight, have we cleared the desk?
Yes, we have.
Do you have one? Do it another day? We can do it now if you want. Commissioner Davis has an adjourning motion.
Okay, I would like to adjourn this particular meeting in tribute to a young man from this area who was the chairman of the Democratic Caucus, the African American Democratic Caucus of the California Democratic Party, Darren Parker. And Darren grew up in this area, and he moved to the Antelope Valley area, but in his capacity of being the chair of the African American Caucus, he dealt with numerous elected officials throughout the state of California. He passed of a long-term illness and battle with cancer, and his services will be tomorrow in the Antelope Valley area. And he was a fighter. He was an advocate for civil rights, obviously. He believed very deeply in making sure that citizens in our area and throughout the state had access, obviously, to health care, which was very important to him, and also economic development and education. He will sorely be missed, and it is my honor and privilege to have known him and to honor and to make this tribute to his memory and cherish the work that he has done in our community.
Thank you. We are so adjourned.